Before I get started, I'm sure some of y'all did notice I have a scratch on my nose. That was from last night. My cat and I were playing and he scratched me on my nose. So just letting y'all know. But anyways, let's get started. So my question for y'all today is, have you ever been on YouTube and been like, I just can't find anything? Well, I want to welcome y'all to Stove of All Trades. My name is Marshall Stubblefield, and my goal for this channel is to be as informative as possible on the topics of just about anything, but the ones I really want to focus on are airsoft, everyday carry, outdoors, how-to-dos, and pretty much anything that I can think of that you don't really find videos on already. So let's get started. The topic I want to focus on for the next few weeks is everyday carry because, I'm a huge gear junkie. And also, I really think it's important that everyone has an everyday carry set up for themselves. So, how did I get into everyday carry? Well, last year I just started an internship at a mosquito control department in my area, and part of my job is that I go around the county setting traps, and every now and then one of the traps would mess up and I would need some tools on me. Well, last year one of my traps did mess up, but I didn't have anything on me. So the tool that I started carrying was a Leatherman. And after I started carrying that, I wanted to see what else I could start carrying. So that's kind of how I got into it. So for me, what I usually carry is a Leatherman, like I mentioned, a knife, a pen, a flashlight, and also a firearm. So stay tuned for the next video, and I'll see you then. The first tool I want to talk about is the Leatherman. This thing is going on 30 years old, but it still gets the job done. With all the multi-tools you can buy, this one has a very basic set of tools, which is the reason I chose it for my EDC. I mean, if you think about it, the only tools that the average person uses a multi-tool for is the screwdrivers, bottle opener, pliers, wire cutter, and the knife. If you need more tools, that's what a tool bag is for. As for the next tool, let's talk about the knife. Now, a knife can get expensive fast if you're not careful. But usually what I'm looking for is one that can hold its edge for a long time, quick deployment, and is comfortable to hold. So the knife I carry is the Benchmade Freak M4. I chose this one because it has M4 steel, which ranks at a 64 on the Rockwell hardness scale, which is just below the highest hardness. It also has G10 scales, which give it a good grip. Also, the locking mechanism on Benchmade's knobs make it very easy to deploy and put back. No matter what knife you choose, just know what you want in it and how it will serve your needs. Since we're on the topic of knives, I also carry a fixed blade. Now, if you already have a Leatherman and a folding knife, there's really no need to have a fixed blade. The reason I carry one is because I can't carry my firearm with me at work, so the next best self-defense tool is a knife. Technically, I could use my folding knife to defend myself. However, a fixed blade is much easier to deploy if I ever got into a situation without my firearm. The fixed blade I chose is the SC Azula 2, with the whole knife being just over 6 inches, in which it makes an excellent choice to conceal. The steel on it is 1095 steel, which is great for outdoor use and defense in my case. When it comes to defense, my primary one I carry is the Walther PPS M2 Law Enforcement Edition. The reason I chose this pistol is because it's not too big and it's not too small. My dad was carrying a SIG P238, which is great to conceal, but it was very uncomfortable to shoot. The thing you got to be careful about pistols is just like knives, you can spend a lot of money. They can range from $100 to even $1,500. For mine, this one cost me about $350 and you get 2 extra magazines. As long as it can shoot, it's easily maintained, and it's comfortable to carry, there's no reason to spend a house payment on one. Now, have you ever been using your phone flashlight but you still can't see much? Well, that's where a primary flashlight comes in. The flashlight on cell phones can be good in a pinch, but what if your phone is dead and it's dark? The flashlight I've been carrying for over a year now is the Claris G15 flashlight. I chose this one because it's small, rechargeable, and has a maximum output of 4,000 lumens. The most amount of lumens I usually use is about 1,000, which is plenty bright for most tasks done in the dark. Another aspect to point out is that you can lock it so it doesn't turn on in your pocket if you bump it by accident. Really, all you need to look for in a flashlight is how it will serve your needs and just something to have if your phone light isn't doing the job. Now that we've covered multi-tools, knives, firearms, and flashlights, let's get into pens. Pens can cover 3 things: note-taking, defense, and escape. So the pen that I've been carrying for over 2 years now is the Gerber Impromptu pen. I chose this one because its ink cartridge can write in the rain, has a glass breaker, and is made out of steel, so it's very tough. The glass breaker is a great tool to have for whatever reason you need to get out of your car quickly in a crisis situation. Overall, whatever pin you choose, just be sure it does what you need it to do. Thank y'all for tuning in. I hope this video was informative on the topic of everyday carry. I will leave links to all the tools that were shown in this video. However, this just works for me. Everyone is different for whatever tool set fits their needs. I will say some of the tools that I do carry in this video are illegal in some states, like the firearm and fixed blades, so just check with your local law enforcement. If you are planning to get a firearm, do go ahead and take this concealed weapons permit class. There should be one in your area. Until next time, this is Stowe of All Trades.